Okay, let's continue our study of some of the terminologies that are being used in cryptocurrency industry. So we've discussed from A, we'll talk about things like ASCI, we'll talk about altcoin addresses, arbitrage, attestation measure, and B. So we've been learning a lot of stuff. So if you've not seen these videos, I think you should check them up. So we are in L now. Let's talk about Lambo. So what is Lambo? Lambo is basically kind of, it's almost like a slang where those who are dreaming is okay, if we make certain gains from a certain cryptocurrency asset or cryptocurrency, we will be able to buy Lamborghini. So, someone said Lambo. And then moving on, we have Ledger. So what is Ledger? A Ledger is basically a computer database that holds certain records for specific purpose. And then we have Ledger Nano X. So this is basically a company that produces hardware wallets that's like cold storage that you can store your cryptocurrency in. You can access them offline anytime you want. Then you have Lightning Network. So this is a kind of proposal, though it's already implementation. I think they have over 100 nodes, I think something like that, when making this video. And the proposal is to make certain changes to the Bitcoin network that make transactions to be at the speed of lightning. Then you have Litecoin. Litecoin is basically a cryptocurrency, where this is a very short explanation of them. It's basically an offshoot of cryptocurrency of Bitcoin, kind of cryptocurrency that was designed almost. It's like almost a clone or photocopy of Bitcoin, but though some changes were made to some specific aspect of the code. Though it's unique in some certain parts. Then you have LTC. LTC is basically the symbol of Litecoins. You can see LTC. And then you have M. So margin trading. So it's basically when someone gives an asset. Those who do trading knows about this. So basically you're giving certain part of your asset as a collateral to be able to assess certain assets that you can use for marginal trading. You talk about market capitalization. So market capitalization is basically when you calculate the circulating supply of an asset, BTC or whatever the asset may be, then you the circulating supply, 16,828,800 BTC. So you take this and you multiply it by the price at that time, then you get the market capitalization of that asset. So a lot of people say, market capitalization, the market cap is like it's going to affect the price. No, market cap does not affect the price, does not affect anything about the currency. It only gives you a state of things that are happening into that system. It does not have any price effect on the commodity. So a cryptocurrency might have 1 trillion cryptocurrency, and that does not affect anything. And then you have marketry. So this is basically a kind of a system where we make transaction very fast in a simple thing by splitting this transaction. So you have something like how will I put it? So you have this is like it's a transaction. You split this transaction to be 1, then you have 2 here. Then maybe there's another transaction like 3, 4. Sorry, you split it to be 3, 4. So you want to make it's a way of splitting transactions into smaller bits to make these transactions faster. Then you also have maker nodes. So maker nodes is like having different. You're splitting a node into different parts to make these transactions faster. And then you have micro transactions. So these are transactions that are like at the scale of There are very almost minute transactions, like things you do with retail, like maybe you're using a certain cryptocurrency to buy things like coffee, or you walk into McDonald's, you want to use this to buy a $20 or $50 or whatsoever food. So these are transactions that are not really big enough, but they are micro. Though certain many, if we can start discussing the pros and cons of using maybe BTC for microtransaction, but microtransactions are basically transactions that are the micro level. Then you talk about middleman. So a middleman is basically a kind of a man or an entity or an organization that is in the middle between a man and another man, or an entity and another entity. So I hope you understand that. So a middleman is a man that is in the middle or in between another two men or more men, or an entity that is between two or more entities. So the middleman can be doing several functions, like maybe authentication, payments. There are many things that middlemen could be doing. Then you have miners. So miner is basically you can call it a person or a computer. Let's say a miner. Miner is basically a person who has mining equipment or mining ring that specializes in confirming transactions and they get rewarded in the rest. So what is mining? So mining is basically you send your money from a BTC wallet to another person. How do we now reach a consensus or an agreement that you were actually the one who sent it? Because we have to verify that with your private key, and then we want to actually verify if that transaction is valid in the system. So that process of verifying and reaching a consensus is what we call mining. The mining pool is basically when people put in resources together and says when people pool. So it's basically when people pool maybe computer resources together or money or whatsoever, and then they want to form a mining group. So this, when people put this together, it's called the mining ring. So you can take a mining pool to be similar to something like an ICO, but it's not an ICO. So ICO is basically when people pool funds together, right? So mining ring is when people pool resources together. Maybe it could be computational resources, or it could be money, and then they form kind of an alliance and say, okay, we're pulling this money together. We want to use them to buy a mining ring, or we're pulling our mining rings together, connect them together to form a mining pool. Then mining reward is basically the reward a computer gets, or a person gets, who owns the computer gets for actually engaging in mining. The mining ring is the equipment or set of equipment that the person actually has that help them to mine. Like I discussed, AXIC, application specific intermediate circuit. You have things like GPU and many other stuff like antiminer and the rest of them. You talk about Monero. Monero is basically a cryptocurrency that is in the privacy world, and it's in the I think it's the top is the number one anonymous cryptocurrency that helps in privacy and help do transactions. And then moon is, these are terms where people say, like, or maybe you hear someone says, to the moon. Say certain cryptocurrency is going to the moon. That the cryptocurrency is shooting at astronomical dimensions or levels. That's, or it's something, it's almost like unstoppable. That the cryptocurrency is almost unstoppable. The currency is just like skyrocketing and going without almost stop. Though there are times where it's correction, but at that moment it's just shooting to the moon. Then moon is when it's just shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. So you've seen people depict images and the rest of them. And then multi-signature is basically when for a transaction to actually be confirmed, there are certain different parties that have to actually consent and say we're authorizing this transaction. So it's like when you send money from your mobile wallet or your wallet per se, it's maybe requires you to be the only person who will confirm this transaction. But for multi-signatures, every person have to append and say, okay, confirming this transaction. It's like you have maybe you are in a corporation, and for anybody to have access to the bank accounts or money in the bank, you have, let's say in a corporation that has 1 million people, you are saying, okay, multiple people have to sign. You're not saying it's only the boss that will sign up. The secretary have to sign, the treasurer have to sign, the accountant, this person. So it's multiple people have to append a signature and say we're signing. So, but with Bitcoin, since there are nothing like physical signatures, there will have to be different people have to use multiple keys to actually confirm that transaction. So I'll see you in the next video when we talk about nodes and other stuff. Have a very good day.